Hi guys, welcome back to Pixel Science, and today I'm going to be doing, what am I going to be doing? Me solving some riddles, part 4, I think it is. Yeah, 4, aka 4, okay. Okay, so, back in the science speaking days, I used to always say, let's get started. So, let's get started.
Mary opens her eyes and realizes that she's in an unknown place. The last thing she remembers is walking in the park, and then darkness. There's a lot of trash in the room. A red lamp is flashing from the ceiling. Something must have happened here. Mary can leave through the door. It's open. But wait, she needs to take some useful stuff from the room. But what? She can only choose 2 items. Which ones?
Guys, why is there a window? There's a window with fishies! Wait. Is there a scuba diving gear? Yeah, scuba diving gear. So take these 2 things. Yeah, so she's obviously underwater.
Mary needs to get scuba gear and a mask. Look at that small window. Fish are swimming by. Mary is underwater. Alex returns to his top floor apartment after a workout at the gym. He turns on his stove to cook some soup. When he's having lunch, someone knocks on the door. These are water utility workers. They say that the ceiling...
Water utility Huh? Wait, I heard water utility workers.
in Alex's apartment is about to collapse because his neighbors forgot to turn off a faucet.
Yeah, I think this guy's the faucet. Yeah, a faucet of sweat, and this guy is just
And now they're flooding the building. They ask
see? He's like,
the guy to evacuate immediately.
why is the guy holding Okay. Why is the guy still holding his spoon? Just put down your spoon. It's not the FBI. Come on. Why is he still got the spoon?
Immediately. Alex closes the door and calls the police. He's sure those 2 are thieves. How has Alex figured that out?
One is sweating. So he's the okay. How are these guys thieves though? How can they be thieves? Thieves. These are thieves trying to rob Steve. Thieves robbing Steve. Okay. I actually have no idea how they're thieves. Tony Stark over here just like... Meanwhile, Tony Stark over here just...
He lives on the top floor. No one can flood him. Henry and Mia live together in New York. They wanted to run away from big city life and celebrate their anniversary in the wild. So the guys used a special online service and found 3 available options nearby. Bob offered his cozy treehouse.
Is this not the guy from Man vs. Bee? Like one of the rich guys? I swear, if there was like a little bun here, this would be the guy from Man vs. Bee. Okay.
In the woods for a reasonable price. Julia offered
Why do you live in a tree house? It's in a field. Only 2 trees. Looks like it.
this fancy geodesic dome with all conveniences. It's a 2-hour drive away from New York.
That's in Italy. It's in... How is it a 2-hour drive away from New York? It's in Italy. This place is in Italy because they've got the tower, the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Crystal offered an old mansion that she'd inherited from her granny. Can you help the guys make the right choice?
So, I'm sure they're not going to this one, hey? And this is like one of those cubby houses. I choose mansion.
Take a closer look at the picture of the dome. It's located near the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which means this property is in Italy, and it can't be 2 hours away from New York. And Crystal's granny's ghost is still in the house, so Mia and Henry should choose the treehouse. The guys contacted Bob.
But the treehouse is the size of your own body.
Booked the house and hit the road. Mia is a famous blogger, so she decided to post all milestones of their journey in her stories. Can you spot any differences between these two pictures?
Let me see. Ah, I found it. There's no button in this picture. There's no button in this picture. But there is button in this picture.
Here they are.
What?
What about these two
I
pictures?
only found one. By the way, why are there realistic mushrooms in basically what seems like a cartoon? Like, found one. So there's this weird little thing over here, and there isn't one here. Okay, that's the first one. Anything with the girl's hair. The hat. This plant. I'm looking very hard. Oh my god. I found a difference. There's no bright side symbol over here. See, I am super smart. Anyways, see, there's no bright side thing over here. Let's look at the sky now. Okay, no, I really can't figure it out. Anyways,
There are 3 differences.
those are very small differences.
What can you say about these two? Can you see 3 differences?
Oh my god, why? There are no differences in this one. If it's got to do with something, if it's like a leaf, I'm like just ending the video.
Here they are. While the guys were driving,
It was a leaf. Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Anyways, okay, let's continue with the video.
along a highway, someone threw a can of paint into their car. Mia and Henry stopped at the nearest car wash and interviewed 4 other drivers. Bill said, "My truck has to be perfect. I'm going on a date this evening." Jack said, "I'm going to meet my business partner at the airport. I want to leave a good impression." Lily said, "Honestly, I don't need to have my car washed. I just stopped here to visit the restroom." Ryan said, "My boss gave me this coupon so that I could wash my car for free." Who stained Henry and Mia's car?
Who's what? Who stained?
Evening. Jack said, "I'm going to meet my business partner at the airport. I want to leave a good impression." Lily said, "Honestly, I don't need to have my car washed. I just stopped here to visit the restroom." Ryan
She did it. It was her. Because there's green stuff.
said, "My boss gave me this coupon so that I could wash my car for free."
There's green stuff.
Who stained Henry and Mia's car?
There's green stuff on this woman. She did it.
Lily. Her right hand is stained with the paint of the same color. And
Yes.
besides, she has a print of Mia's face on her t-shirt. She's definitely obsessed with her. The guys washed their car and continued on their journey. They had to choose one of these 3 roads to reach their destination. The first one went through toxic swamps. People often get lost in that area. The second path went near a river with creepy sirens. Their singing made everyone jump into the water.
Is this like a death note? But like a death flower?
And a band of angry robbers was waiting on the third road. Which way should the guys opt for?
Definitely not the toxic thing. I'm calling it this way. This way, this way. Because I don't like this nature's death note thing. The death pedal.
The second one. They can close all the windows, turn some music on, and drive past the sirens very fast. Mia suggested visiting the farmer's market to buy some fresh produce for their romantic weekend. When they entered the marketplace, 3 sellers offered them apples, but only one deal was safe enough. Can you help the guys make the right choice?
I have no idea. I have no idea, actually, I have no idea.
Seller number 1 offers very old apples. Take a look at the date on the box. They expired 5 years ago. Seller number 3 offers very beautiful apples. But pay attention to his assistant. She's putting shoe polish on the apples to make them look better. So, Mia and Henry should pick the second seller. Henry and Mia left the market and put all their purchases into the car. Suddenly, Henry realized that he'd left a bag with cabbage at the farmer's stall. He returned but couldn't find the bag. Henry questioned 3 people he saw nearby. Vera said, "I only eat fruit, mister. See, I've got bananas and apples." Bella said, "Yes,
Bananas and apples. Yes, I am vegan, except I don't eat vegetables. I am vegan against vegetables. Yeah, I only eat bananas. Yes.
saw your bag."
I am monkey.
The seller put the cabbage back on the shelf. And the seller said, "I don't know what's going on here. I spent the last 10 minutes in the bathroom." Who's lying?
The second child. Ah! No, first child. There is cabbage. And cabbage is not fruit. Cabbage is not fruit. Unlike banana and apple. Okay, so, yep, she's lying. And she's got sussy Parker face.
Vera. She hid the cabbage under her elegant hat. Finally, the guys reached their destination. The treehouse is even better than in the photo. But can you spot anything weird in this picture?
Maybe it's because the deer is realistic? Oh wait, it's because the little raccoon is sleeping with green stuff on himself. with sushi on his eyes. Sushi.
This raccoon is wearing sunglasses.
Look at
The
that
owner of the
sushi.
treehouse, Bob, lives in another country, and the house is located 15 miles away from the village and other people. That's why Bob installed a special digital clock on the door. When Henry booked the property, Bob gave him a 6-digit password. But unfortunately, Henry had lost it. Here's a hint. M80. Can you help the guy crack the code?
M8 and 0. No. 1. So this. But that's 4 though. So. No, I don't know. I really don't know.
These symbols are mirrored digits. Split them apart and you'll get the code 1133CC. The guys unlocked the door. But as soon as Mia entered the living room, she got very scared. She asked Henry to call the police. Why?
The fire is realistic.
The treehouse is in the middle of nowhere. Who lit the candles and the fire? The house was locked. Henry checked all the rooms, but found no clues. What about you? Any ideas who that could be?
The ghost. The ghost is tormenting everybody. See?
That roof window is open. Someone crawled inside the house before the guy's arrival, and now that someone is hiding under the bed. See? The guys called the police. Officers promised to arrive within an hour. Mia decided to take a shower. When she returned to the living room, she realized that Henry had disappeared. Mia searched the garden, then checked all the rooms in the house, and returned to the garden again. But she failed to find any clues. Can you help her?
Nope, I cannot help her. Yeah, I can't help her actually.
The hot tub was open when Mia began her search, but now it's closed. Pretty suspicious. Mia was walking through the garden. Suddenly, a man in a mask popped out of nowhere and pushed her. Mia stepped on a trap and fell into a deep well. She yelled, "Please help me out!" No one answered, but Mia's phone pinged. The masked man offered her to play a game. Otherwise, she'd have to stay in the well forever. Here's the first riddle. I come in many different colors, and I get bigger when I'm full. I will float away if you don't tie me down, and I will make a loud sound if I break. What am I? Mia nailed it immediately. What about you?
Nope, I cannot nail it immediately. So I come in many different colors, and I get bigger when I'm full. I will float away if you don't tie it. A balloon! It's a balloon! It's a balloon.
The correct answer is a balloon.
Yes!
Here's the second question. I can jump and I can climb. With many legs, I swing from tree to tree. I can make a house much bigger than me. What am I?
Okay, so I can jump and I can climb. With my many legs, I swing from tree to tree. A spider. I think it's a spider. Spider. I think it's spider.
Have you guessed? It's a spider.
Yes.
And the final question. I come out at night without being called. I'm lost in the day without being stolen. What am I?
Okay, so I come out at night without being called. I'm lost in the day without being stolen. What am I? I think it's a werewolf.
Can you help Mia?
I think it's a werewolf. Okay, so let me just do this again. I come out at night without being called. Without being stolen. I think it might be a bat or a werewolf.
The correct answer is a star.
Oh.
You find yourself in a large room. Everything's covered in cobwebs. A thick layer of dust coats the furniture, and the floor is creaky. You find a can on the table. All it says is antidote. You're sure this could be useful.
What if it's the antidote?
So you put it in your pocket. You also find a bunch of keys.
What is it the antidote to?
Go to the far end of the room. There are 3 doors before you. The first door has several locks on it, but the keys you found will open them. The second door clearly says werewolf inside. There are no signs on the third door, and it looks inviting, clean, and cobweb free. Which door do you choose? Your 10 seconds starts now.
That door on the far right seems very suspicious. So I'm gonna go with the werewolf, the middle one, because you have the antidote.
The locks on the first door mean there must be someone or something kept inside that shouldn't be let out. Better not open it. If the third door has no webs or dust on it, then someone must use it regularly. It's likely the werewolf lives there. So you choose the second door. The exit leads you to a park with trees and shrubs. It's strange how quaint it looks for a place like this. You see a group of 7 people ahead. They also look totally normal, but as soon as you come closer, you notice there's definitely something off about a few of them. They're zombies. How can you identify them? Careful, they might spot you. You have only 7 seconds now.
This is weird. So this is weird. Oh, guys, there's also a bite mark there. I think only these 2 are suspicious.
The right answer is 3. The guy is trying to find his eyes that fell out. The girl on the bench is eating ice cream with body parts in it. And this man doesn't even notice the dog biting his leg. You're afraid of zombies as much as the next guy. But the really scary thing is those people standing nonchalantly nearby. Anyway, you discreetly pass by this strange crew and eventually come to a mountain. You climb to the top and enjoy the view of a beautiful sunset. To move on,
Who doesn't like a really nice view of the sunset, eh?
you need to cross
They even do it in Minecraft.
one of the 2 bridges. Strangers are standing at the other end of each one. You're sure one of them is a werewolf. But who is it? How can you tell?
This person.
Looks like those zombies caught your scent. Hurry, you only have 7 seconds.
It's this person because their ears look weird. Like, it's like very like sharp.
You've watched the sunset, which means it'll get dark soon. Tonight is a full moon, so you'll be able to see which of these people will turn into a werewolf. You've crossed the safe bridge. It's nighttime, but the bright full moon illuminates the path for you. You see a huge castle ahead. You're sure ghosts live there, but you don't care. It's better to face ghosts than stay outside with all these other creatures. You enter the castle and find yourself at a ball. 8 people with masks are dancing. You realize this is a test of your attentiveness. How many of these people are ghosts? 7 seconds until you're spotted.
Aha! this one is a ghost. So this one's a ghost? Oh, I'm certain. I can only find one. I can't see anyone else. I really can't. So I'm guessing this person. Oh, and this person. So 2 people.
That lady is dancing, but her feet aren't touching the floor. She's floating. Everyone is wearing modern dresses and costumes. But that couple over there is dressed as if they're from the Victorian era. Ghosts can't change clothes, right? You've spotted 3 ghosts, and you decide not to interfere with their dance. Gotta keep moving on. You come to another room. You see a huge table with a buffet of food. Fried chicken, French fries, pizza, vegetables.
Well, everybody do like a box of French fries.
Fruit, soda, mouth-watering desserts, and pastries. 8 people are sitting at the table. You've worked up quite an appetite by now and consider having a bite. But intuition tells you something is wrong here. You realize these are all vampires. But how did you know? You better decide in 5 seconds.
It is because all of them have red eyes. And
Why is all the food on the table untouched? Does anyone in this room really want to eat? Oh, they definitely want to dine, but not on ordinary food. They want your blood. Hurry, run! You book it out of there, but the vampires pursue you. To be saved, you need to choose one of 3 rooms along the way. There's a huge fire in the first room. A pit with sharp spears at the bottom awaits you in the second. The third room is filled with poisonous gas. Which one will you choose? Hurry, they'll be here in 5 seconds.
This one. I think it's this one.
The correct answer is the room with the gas. If you breathe in the poisonous stuff, the vampires won't drink your toxic blood. But how will you save yourself? Oh, that's right. Earlier, you found an antidote. You drink it, fully recover, and leave the mansion. You go through the jungle and finally find the shore. Perfect, you've reached your goal. That's when your joy is cut short by the sight of 3 people flailing out in the water. Help! We can't swim! You're about to dive in the water to save them, but your intuition tells you something's fishy here. 2 of them are sea monsters trying to lure you into a trap. But which ones? You only have 5 seconds to save the real person.
This person is a sea monster because of the sharp ears.
One of them has webbed fingers, and that one's
the
gills
other
are
one's
visible.
like sharp
But that
ears.
guy over there still needs your help. So you save him and head back to the shore. Right before a restaurant was about to open, someone had stolen all the money from the cashier's desk. A cook said that he was working in the kitchen and didn't have any free time. The security guy said that he was in the bathroom and didn't see anything. The waiter said that there was a suspicious visitor peeking around. Who do you think stole the money?
Maybe that suspicious visitor is you. I think it's this guy. He's looking too happy.
The restaurant was still closed and there couldn't be any visitors, so the waiter must have lied and is probably guilty. Ned works in a club, and his job is to check people's ID cards and not to let suspicious people or folks under 21 in. Take a look at ID cards and help him decide if he can let each visitor in or not. Here's the first one. What do you think?
Okay, so name Monisha Advika Dalal. Yeah. Place of birth Mumbai, India. Date of birth 22. Okay. 99, okay. I think she can be let in. She can be let in? I think she can.
She seems fine. Let her in. Okay, here's the next visitor. What do you say?
Okay, so name Giovanni Capelli. Place of birth Sevilla, Italy. Date of birth. Yep, he should be allowed in. Seems fine to me.
June 31st does not exist. There are just 30 days in June, so nope. What about this guy?
There usually isn't. Okay, 1 second. And you are found not guilty, I think.
Something is wrong once again. Even though February 29th theoretically exists, there was no February 29th in 1977. It's every year that can be divided by 4.
I didn't know that. No. Okay, I'm getting these wrong.
Okay, what do you think about this girl?
Okay. Okay, so that is June the 27th, 1997. Okay, I think she can be let in.
I don't see anything suspicious about her. Here's another candidate for the club. What do you think?
Let me see this. The 2nd of January, the year 2000. He seems fine.
Well, he is 22, and he seems fine to me. Let him in. A student was having an oral chemistry exam and was struggling with his last task. His professor decided to help him and have some fun, so he said that instead of the task, the student could guess his daughter's name. He only had one guess, but there was a hint. He wrote down several numbers: 32, 10, 14, 16. What's the professor's daughter's name?
That gives me no clue. Okay, no, I have no idea.
It's a chemistry class and chemistry professor, so there must be something related to chemistry. Look, there's even a periodic table in the background to help you. The 32nd element is germanium, or Ge, and the 10th one is neon, or Ne, and the 14th one is silicon, or Si, and finally, the 16th element is sulfur, or S. Together, they formed the name Genesis. A bank was robbed, but they couldn't find the robber. A week later, at night, Detective Callum woke up from a call from a local shop's owner.
Detective Callum at work doing the push-ups, you know?
He said that he found the money under his terrace. Detective Callum arrived, but there was only half of the money stolen. The man said that he had seen a man by his shop a week ago. It was a full moon, so he could see that the man had red hair and was wearing a dark hoodie. Still, the shop owner was arrested. Why?
Okay, this one I have no idea. Yeah.
The shop owner said it was a full moon a week ago, but look, it's a full moon right now, so the man must be lying about something. In history class, students were asked to prepare a presentation about their ancestors. Edwin told about his great-great-grandpa who moved to New York and started as a salesman and then built a huge business. He even showed a photograph of his young grandpa in New York, but no one believed Edwin's story. Why?
I honestly don't know. Oh, I think it's the...
Even though the picture is black and white and looks old, old New York looks very much like modern New York, with dozens of skyscrapers. The class noticed and figured out that it definitely wasn't a real photo. Royce called the police and reported that someone had robbed his house.
I'm not from the USA. How am I supposed to know? Anyways.
Detective Callum arrived and asked Royce to tell exactly what happened. Royce said that he had walked into his room and saw someone getting out of the window. It was
the guy casually. See you later.
Still open because Royce didn't care to close it or touch anything before the police arrived. He checked his wardrobe and found that his savings had been stolen. Detective Callum closed the case. Why?
I honestly don't know. I honestly really don't know.
The robber couldn't go out the window without stepping on the bed, but the bed is perfectly made, so it looks like no one was leaving through the window. Kaya was studying in the library. She went to the bathroom and left her things on the desk. When she returned, she found that her wallet had been stolen. She called the police.
I heard that sound effect.
And they interrogated the 3 students who were also in the library. Andre said that he had left the library right after Kaya to get a drink from the vending machine and hadn't touched
just be like
any of her things. Poppy said that she was studying the whole time.
Poppy? Okay. Okay, Poppy.
And not paying attention to anything. Rhea said that she was in the other part of the library. What
do you mean Rhea? Is she from a different dimension, aka from the movie Raya and the Last Dragon? Where's your little mole that you have? Tuck Tuck. Where is it? You're hiding him. Where? Okay.
Looking for a book she needed and hadn't seen anything suspicious either. Who stole the wallet?
Why's my guy got ripped pants anyways? Who stole the wallet? Who stole it? They just, both the cops have the same face. That is just so funny. They both have the exact same face. Anyways, I think it's this person. She looks worried. And even though I have absolutely no proof, I think it's this person in the middle. By the way, I also think it's not this person because there's a movie called Raya and the Last Dragon and she's supposedly protecting a crystal ball thing.
It was Andre. He said that he had left to get a drink in a vending machine. But look, there's no drinks in the vending machine.
What do you mean there's no drinks in the vending machine? He could have been drinking the milk. See, I am smart.
Only snacks. A young man named Colton was living with his best friend Cassidy. One morning, he called the police because Cassidy wasn't breathing. He said that he'd been working.
She's dead, mate. There's no point in calling the police. She's already dead. Yeah.
All day and had returned home late, so he hadn't seen her or talked to her for over a day. In the morning, he found her in bed like that.
She looks traumatized. Like before she was like... Okay.
Last night, Cassidy had a headache and had to take many pills. So maybe that was the
How many pills though?
reason. Colton was immediately arrested. Why?
Why has he got a sword? These are the same color. How do you make that face? Let me try. Am I doing it? Okay. How do you make that face? And why is the guy in part 1? The police officers actually put the handcuffs on the guy, and this time they're like, "Hey, yo, do you want to go to jail? Like, yeah, we have this really bad food." It's like it's an option. I feel like it's like an option. Like, part 1, they were like locked them up with the actual things, but this time they're like, "Hey, yo, want to get handcuffed? Yeah, it's your option." Anyways.
Colton obviously didn't communicate with Cassidy, but he still somehow knew what she was doing in the evening. He must have come up with all of it, as he is probably guilty.
Anyways, that is all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Bye.